Choke, no joke. Yeah. It's choke, no joke. Choke, no joke. Chicken choke, no joke. Choke, no joke. Niggas choke, no joke. Choke, no joke. Yeah. It's choke, no joke. Choke, no joke. Chicken choke, no joke. Choke, no joke. Niggas choke, no joke. Choke, no joke. Yeah. It's choke, no joke. Choke, no joke. Chicken choke, no joke. Choke, no joke. Niggas choke, no joke. Choke, no joke. Yeah. It's choke, no joke. Choke, no joke. Chicken choke, no joke. Choke, no joke. Niggas choke, no joke.
What up, y'all? It's Arthur D. Austin, better known as Choke No Joke. We out here at the legendary Tunnel nightclub, or at least where it used to be. Everybody asks me what's the Tunnel. The Tunnel was a nightclub that was owned in the 90s here by Peter Gateshin. In 94, Stress Entertainment started a party called Mecca. In 96, Franchise Entertainment took it over and they had it until it closed. All the biggest names in hip hop perform here, from Jay-Z, Meth and Red, Dr. Dre, Snoop, Nas, Puff Daddy and the Family, Eve, you name it, they was all here. If you had heart, you came here. But everybody didn't have heart. So it's time for y'all to enter the club most people feared to enter, the Tunnel.
The Tunnel wasn't a unique hip hop club, and its foundations were based on the concept of bringing hip hop from all the boroughs to one location. And it was the brainchild of Peter Gateshin. My name is Sterling Cox. I was the head of security.
Alpha Grinion, Brooklyn, New York.
My name is V.
House.
Sincere from Brooklyn.
Glenn Beck. Jumping Lee, whatever Lee you want to call me.
Omega.
Ray Mack.
Diamond.
Craig.
Candy.
Big Box. Big Country.
Ramona Diaz.
Big Penna. Big CB.
John Bass Raleigh.
Sean Brophy, sound engineer.
DJ Johnny Walker Red.
MC Frank Jigger, the celebrity's choice.
Choke No Joke, legendary videographer.
Supreme Bigger Figure. Big Cap. The War In.
Big G, AKA the ringleader.
The Tunnel was a hip-hop nucleus.
It was the epicenter.
It was the domain, the temple.
It was the Mecca.
It was like the hip-hop Woodstock.
Nothing was that melting pot of hip-hop.
They kept the paradigm going.
It's almost like what Rucker did for like street basketball. The Tunnel was that of music industry.
Hip Hop had a heart. That shit was one of the main arteries.
It was actually a Mecca. That's what the original name of the party was, Mecca.
It was like a time machine. That's how the Tunnel was. You came out a whole different individual.
We went in there, young men with attitudes, and came out there wiser men with our lives.
It was definitely a starting beginning spot for artists to come and mingle and branch out and get your record heard and get your shit together, really, to go into the next phase of your career.
The Tunnel was not open or did not open. A lot of new artists, or a lot of artists that we know now, to this very day, will have never been known.
All these artists out today need to be happy that the Tunnel was fucking open. Nobody would hear none of y'all singing tight pants niggas right now. The Tunnel was a platform for niggas like Jay and Puff, Wu and Mob and DMX and Rough Riders. Niggas don't respect these niggas today, man. You need to realize, man, without them niggas, man, and their platform, it made a lot of moves for niggas today.
It happened there, it made it relevant.
Became a pillar of hip hop. The Tunnel is the nucleus of hip hop. And I'll say all the way down south, because when the Tunnel was open, wasn't too much going on down that motherfucker. Y'all can say what y'all want, east to the south, but New York made the shit pop. New York was where it's at. The Tunnel in New York is where you needed to be to pop.
The Tunnel was definitely a hip-hop nucleus, yo. It was just like the galaxy and bring other planets in. You have people from France, Germany, London, everywhere. If they came to New York, they had to go to the Tunnel.
Hi, from here. I come here to meet you, and I'm going to all the place. I'm going to the Bronx, to Sedgwick Avenue with Cool Hook, to the party and see the and then I'm going to the tunnel.
It was our barometer for, you know, how we were really gauging records, and we were really, you know, studying the behavior of the consumer.
Saying it ain't just like how they do it now. You could just throw a record out and, you know what I'm saying, wait 8 weeks, 10 weeks, whatever for the shit to bubble. Niggas was putting them records on to see if them shits get that reaction. And if the shit was popping, niggas would fast track it. If it wasn't, niggas would go back to the drawing board.
Absolutely. It's the definition of hip-hop nucleus. Everything was there.
Everything that surrounded hip-hop, from fashion to music, hairstyles.
Like, it encompassed every part of the hip-hop experience, and they put it all in one building on a Sunday night.
If you go as far back to little hole in the walls and little, you know, sensors where people start elaborating, playing the sounds and displaying the culture, to within later on you have places that was up in Harlem, like Harlem World, or up in the Bronx called T-Connection, just using them as an example of many other places all throughout the city. And then years later, here come places like Union Square and Latin Quarters. The last of the Mohegans of for real hip-hop had became the Tunnel.
Tunnel was definitely a hip-hop nucleus. It really was. And you gotta say, believe it or not, the wagon master was a one-eyed white guy from Canada, Peter Gation.
Nothing will ever be like.
Stay the hell. Don't follow those cats. The niggas that be on the gram, tell Bobo what they doing. Choke, no joke. You know what it is. Yo, y'all niggas with a stay DL. Down low. Stop flossing, man. You just want them to just come and get you? Learn from our mistakes, man. That's what this is about. Learn from mistakes. Choke, no joke. Let's go. You already know. Make it low. Let's go. My aim was enlightened. Drop jewels on you. You thinking I'm jealous? I ain't got cheddar like you. I'm the dude to a game. You got school. Was a local cat. Snatch you when I made moves. I'm paranoid and preaching. You was sleeping. Knew you was sneak thief and couldn't see us beefing. Learn from mistake. Don't show I got cake. Impress a nigga to rob me. Bitch in my face. Get knocked by the feds. Lay up for about 8. Ass so busy flossing, ain't thinking about Jake. Loose, yapping, they wiretapping, videotaping, your ways in action. Front like time's hard, two-door garage, ice like Liberage, with no damn jaw, without a reasonable doubt. You think you Jay-Z with your platinum jewelry, he got a job, B. You shining on doctors with 4 degrees, laughing cause I'm broke on the streets. Stay DL, BDL and Sal. You ain't DL when your name ring bells. Stay DL, BDL and Sal. You ain't DL when your name ring bells. Stay DL, BDL and Sal. You ain't DL when your name ring bells. Shh, let's go. For beef, we not dolo. For cash, you go solo. Thought I was your man, shot me down like Manolo. Thought I was your partner when you played me was whack. No niggas dust that I wouldn't flip like that. What gives? See your man struggle while you live? That's some shit. Struggling, give you the kicks. Used to stick for gooses. Warm when we pump deuces. Break night in the jacks, trying to see millions like Brewster. You don't act like you used to. I'm the dude. When niggas was friends, you like, yo, Joe, go through. I wet you like McClain for those who claim to be pain. The game of death, that's what you get with got game. Ill with automatics, we're never static. You carry at niggas, put one in your cabbage. Fear, don't have it, you fill me with laughter. In OGSC, then I'm original gun clapper. Like Dan Gaddafi, see a mill be Casper. Like Dre the doctor, the map for master. Stay DL, BDL and Sal. You ain't DL when your name ring bells. Stay DL, BDL and Sal. You ain't DL when your name ring bells. Stay DL, BDL and Sal. You ain't DL when your name ring bells. Nigga, y'all loud, louder than the weed, nigga. Thinking with your pockets, caught the ice locket. She's somewhere in Houston, you blew like a rocket. Her seed was bait, through the line she caught it. Gave her all that loot, she couldn't afford it. Frontin' to them bitches, yo, I'm feeling him. Blue puff in your face, daddy, all about Benjamin. Remember me, I'm your friend to the end. Like Chucky, used to slay bitches like Buffy. Thinking And while they cuff me, think of the luxuries you had. In the cell with other willies, you brag. I push the big Benz with 20-inch rims. When in the club, Chris for all my men. Sitting across the bar, what's up, star? Fed back to reality, you back in bars. You chose not to listen, had the H-class glisten. Knew the rules of the game, played yourself out position. Stay DL, BDL is L. You ain't DL when your name ring bells. Stay DL, BDL is L. You ain't DL when your name ring bells. Stay DL, BDL is L. You ain't DL when your name ring bells.
Yo, son, yo. Son, it's me, yo.
I see.
You ain't noticed me, yo.
I see.
All these diamonds and stuff, yo.
How can I
Fat
not?
diamond ring I got, yo. Yo, what you talking about, yo?
No,
Diamonds, yo. You know what I'm saying? Yo. I got $35,000 on me right now.
Oh my God.
Nigga, I can show you the money right now. I can show you the money.
No, you ain't show me nothing,
show you
man.
my gun, yo.
What?
Yo.
Oh my God.
The gun, yo. Son, man, what's the matter
that,
with you?
Put that shit away.
Yo, you acting like you scared or something, nigga, yo.
Yo,
Take my
stay
shit out, bust it
DL,
right
man.
now, yo. You know what I'm saying?
Stay
I
DL.
do, yo, the jewels, everything, yo. Everything, yo. Yo, you heard about Dave?
Oh my God, look at you, man. Yo, stay DL, man. Check. 1 2 1 2. Choke no joke in the building. Y'all already know how we do. All right, what's good? Yeah, we here, man. We here. All right. Shout out everybody in the building. All right. Fatima B, I see you, sweetheart. All right. CC Crippen, I see you first in the building. My girl Michelle Frizzy, what up? Bev G over in London, what up? All right. Shout out SAS. All right. Shout out Griggs. Choke no joke, you know what it is. All right. All right. Shout out everybody over there in Germany, Great Britain, Gigs, the whole SAS Euro gang, bronze and black, what up? Shout out Annie. All right. Shout out my peoples over in Dubai. Y'all know what it is. All my international folks, South Africa, what up? Cape Town, what up? Johannesburg, what up? Whack on Wood in the building. Agent Nueve in the building. My fellow Americans, salute. All right. Ursula in the building. Machiavelli for life, what up? Darius, what up? Tasha Rain here to hold it down. Moderator squad is here. Bruno 67, I see you. Tawan, what up? Eric Monroe, what up? My man Bird in the building. Membership gang is here. All right. Sticky Finger, what up? Malik in the building. Tri-State Sean is here. Abigail is here. This is going to be a real one, y'all. So you might want to forward this to your favorite people that be watching me. They might not want to miss this one. And they might be mad at you that you ain't tell them I was on. Shout out to my man Yusef Juice, came through yesterday. Gene out here still lying. Tara Jackson. Now this niggas know the music business. Andre Bugs, what up? Faith in the building, I see you.
Trio, what up? Detroit C in the building, 313. I see you. Pig the artist, what up? Kane Head, what up? Jermaine in the building, what up? Raiders Nation, what up? Catherine in the building, I see you. Once Upon a Time in the building. Leatherface in the building. Chris Alves in the building. Razor in the building. Archangel in the building. Ivana in the building. Manny's here. Mona Lisa's here. The men lie there and they die there staring at the beautiful Mona Lisa. Your boy Norm is here. Catherine, I see you. Choke No Joke, we in the building. Shout out to all my new subscribers. Thanks for subscribing. Shout out to my members. Bert, Shasta, Mrs. 24/7, Pumpkin, Charlie B, You Feel Me TV. All right. OJ, Dear Self. My fellow Americans. Just a few of the members in here. My latest subscribers, Versatility Productions, Marsha Hauser, Brian Banks, Jose Lewis, Paul Young. These are all the people that just subscribed yesterday. All right, Dr. Robinson, Unanimous Prime, Amina Harris, Intelligent, all the people that subscribed yesterday. McCollum, Ronnie Morgan Coffee, Stardom, Mansion, Hauser, Family TV, E-Love, all subscribed this week. D-Score, Reading Will Save Your Life, Brad, what up? Music Has Meaning, Supreme Jewels. All right, Brian K. Wheeler, London, Elone, Sincere Williams, M, Soft Editions, Octavia Sharper, Corey Palmetta, or Mattier, Chiefy, Derek Good. All right, Panther Crane, thanks for subscribing to the channel. I appreciate all y'all. That's all in the last 2 days. I appreciate the love. All right. Choke No Joke, I'm in the building, as you can see. So today I'm going to reveal some information that I haven't revealed. Maybe I should go live on TikTok. Getting prepared for another trip. You know what I mean? Another international excursion. I'll be happy to share that with y'all in real time. So what I want to get into today, right, is because I've been doing a lot of coverage on this Tupac uh, assassination. More reason I've been covering this Tupac thing is because we got the trial coming up in a few months. February 2026 is when it starts. What's this? We got 7 months. 7 months we gonna be started. TikTok, what up? I'm live on YouTube. You can hit the link in my bio, my profile, or you can stay right there. All right. Might not be no visuals tonight, but this is probably gonna be one of the realest shows that I did in a very long time. All right. Move this back a little so I can relax. Got my foot massager right here. Give myself a foot massage while I do this so I can be relaxed. Now, let me address a few of y'all that's been in my comments. You know, if you think that you're going to get in my comments and try to disrespect me, even talk about, yo, respectfully, you're not going to disrespect and be talking about respectfully. No, you get that shit's getting deleted or you getting blocked, period. Right? So if you wonder why your comments don't pop up, it's because you're not going to sit here and talk trash to me and be talking about respectfully like a nigga stupid or something, right? Um, do remember Clarissa Shields fight is this weekend. Tap in. As you can see I still support and promote her, regardless to her being mad at me for speaking my truth. You know what I'm saying? But I still support. All right. I will be watching the fight this weekend. And we'll see if she's still focused. Or if she get knocked out, we're gonna blame it on Pat Poose. Right. Um, a lot of y'all in the comments, are saying stupid stuff like, man, Tupac been dead 30 years. Why y'all still talking about that? Yo, Choke, why you still talking about it? Move on. Well, if you don't want to hear me talking about Tupac, just don't click on it. His name is in the title. Death Row is in the title. Suge Knight is in the title. Pork Butt is in the title. Keefy D is in the title. Right? If you don't want to be a part of us, disputing the lies or solving the case or whatever, then don't click. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Don't say and tell me, oh, Pac been dead 30 years. Let it go. No, we not letting it go. We'll let it go when he get justice. Whether, his mother's here to see it or not. But remember, his sister's here, Mo Preem is here, his homies is here, his fans are here, his family is here, his auntie is here, his former workers are here. We still want justice, whether you like it or not. So if you don't like it, then just don't click. Don't sit here and tell us, let it go. He been dead 30 years. Right? So tonight I'm going to reveal a few things that I didn't talk about. Right? first I want to say, outside of what I just said, for those who sit here and talk about let it go, right? And for all you other ones out here that talking about Tupac is alive, Tupac is in Cuba, a goddamn helicopter came down in Vegas, like, and he got in the helicopter and left. Like, those are the most ridiculous and heinous claims that y'all can make. If you believe a goddamn helicopter came down on Las Vegas Boulevard and Tupac jumped into a helicopter, you still believe in the Tooth Fairy, right? Your mother didn't put that, or your daddy didn't take that tooth from under your pillow and put that money there. A little fairy really came down with wings and stuff and said boing and took your tooth and flew away. All right? Or you still believe in Santa Claus if you think that a goddamn helicopter came down on the Vegas Strip and nobody saw this with 100 people, with 100 people, with thousands of people out there on the Strip, and y'all sitting here thinking that a goddamn helicopter came down there and took Tupac. Y'all are the goofiest people to believe that. And those who sit there and put that in the comments, if you think that is making the comments, you're stupid. Okay? There's no way possible a goddamn helicopter could land in Vegas on the Strip and not blow everybody's got dirt all in everybody's face and goddamn blow women's wigs off and nobody will see this helicopter, right? With goofiness, right? So y'all can listen to all these people and the Pac stunt double and all this stupid nonsense, right? Now, I had the privilege of meeting Afeni Shakur, right? Many of y'all have never met Afeni Shakur. Many of y'all have never even talked to Afeni Shakur, right? I have. I had the privilege of meeting Suge Knight in person, okay? I'll get into that in a minute. Many of y'all have not ever met Suge Knight in person and seen him in real life. Me, I have on several occasions, right? Many of y'all have not even been in the entertainment business to even be out here speaking, to be acting like y'all know anything. Some of y'all was babies when Tupac died. And be out here acting like you know something. You don't know nothing. You wasn't even around. So a lot of y'all that be out here talking trash is very, very obsolete when it comes to this forum. All right? And all you silly ass people talking about, oh, you from New York. Tupac was from New York. I don't care who's on the West Coast dick licking, okay? Tupac was from New York. So don't tell me, oh, I'm from New York. I can't be speaking on this. I'm everywhere. You're never there. Okay? I lived in California for a little while. Right in Studio City. I don't have to get up here and brag about living in California, but I did. Okay? I had my short stint living on the West Coast. In Redondo Beach, too. So whether I was in Studio City or Redondo Beach, it don't matter. I lived on the West Coast in Cali, too. But I really don't have to brag about it. I also lived in Laguna Beach, all right, for 2 years. I don't have to talk about it. I don't have to brag about it. Okay? But just so you know, talking about I'm from New York. That's right. I'm from New York. Concrete jungle where dreams are made of. Haters, right? So now this is what I would like to say. For many of y'all, like I said, y'all have not met Afeni Shakur, right? So for all y'all that's out here talking about Tupac is alive, Tupac is not alive, bro. I got that from his mother herself. You could go on pull up the Rap City episode with Afeni Shakur. I produced that episode. I don't even know if it's on YouTube. Let me see. I don't see it on YouTube, but I got the original tape of the episode. I'll dig it up and I'll show y'all. Anyway, right? So, and the reason I bring that up is because the day that I was producing the episode with Afeni Shakur in New York City, shout out to Hervé, rest in peace. He was the label rep for Interscope at that time. And he the one that came with Afeni Shakur. And which, you know, was a very emotional episode for me. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, there's a reason why I'm bringing this up. So when I was getting ready to produce the episode, you know, I was getting all these weird ass emails saying that Tupac was alive and he was seen in the mall with Dr. Dre and Suge, which we know was bull crap because at that time Dre wasn't even messing with Suge, right? But I kept getting these weird ass emails, and I'm trying to print them out to show Afeni when I go over across the street to the CBS studios, you know, because I didn't want her to think that I'm just being a butthole asking, you know, these questions. I wanted her to see, you know, that people were sending me these emails because I never got these emails before. But for some strange reason, when they knew that she was going to be on the show, somebody is sending me all these emails. Right. So the emails were saying, like, you know, Tupac was seen in the mall, spotted in the mall with Dre and Suge. Tupac was in Cuba, all this crazy nonsense, right? So when I go over across the street, you know, we prep the guests on what we're going to talk about and, you know, what questions we're going to ask, you know, in case there's something that they don't want to talk about. So me, I never believed that Pac was alive. You know what I'm saying? But being that I was getting all these emails and stuff, um, I thought that it would be only right to, you know, bring this up to Miss Afeni, right? So when I go across the street, um, you know, when she arrived, you know, it's just me and her having a conversation on the side because I'm producing the episode. So I'm going over the questions with her, and she was there to promote. Um, let me see what album came out in 2005. Tupac album. I know I had that song "Changes" on it. Um, let me see, because that's when I was producing Rhapsody in 2005. Pac's life, I think it was. Is that it? Yeah, I think that's what it was. It was that one, or was it Loyal to the Game? It was Loyal to the Game because Eminem had produced some joints on there, and I think that's around the time that documentary came out too. It was definitely one of them, one of those albums. I can't remember. I'll look at the Rap City episode, but it was one of those. It might have been that one because Eminem produced some joints on there. But she came to promote that album. I think it's that one. It might be that one. It's either Loyal to the Game or Pac's Life. It might be Pac's Life. It's one of the two. Loyal to the Game or Pac's Life. When did that song Changes come out? Let me see. I want to say that was the music video. No, it ain't that one.
What was the song that we was playing the video for? Can't remember what video. Ghetto gospel? I can't remember. But it was around 2005 because that's when I was producing Rap City. So whatever came around 2005, 2006, it's Loyal to the Game. It's that album, Loyal to the Game. It's definitely that album, Loyal to the Game. Right? Until the End of Time. Is that the video? I know the video when I see it because Jesus, we played it. Let me see. Until the End of Time. Yeah, that might be it. What year did that come out? Let's see. No, that ain't it. That one came out 2001. Yeah, I think it's Loyal to the Game. It's definitely Loyal to the Game, right? Well, anyway, I'm gonna look up the Rap City episode. I still have it on DVD. Um, so when me and Miss Afeni Shakur, I pull her to the side to prep her on the questions, and um, I say to I really don't want to ask you this question because it's ridiculous, and I've been getting these emails and stuff, but for some reason, every try I tried to print them out, they wouldn't print. Like it would print blank. Like the information that was in the email when I printed it, it would print blank. And she was like, "Why do you think that is?" Like, you know what I'm saying? She's hip to the game. So I'm like, well, they saying that, Tupac was in the mall, was seen in the mall with Suge and Dre, and they saying Tupac was in Cuba in these emails or whatever. So she grabbed my hands, right? And she said, "Look at me, son." Right? She was like, "Tupac is dead." Right? And she was like, "Look at me." And I look in her eyes and she's like, "Do you think a mother could fake this pain?" Like, you think I would be faking my son's death? Like, you think I could fake this pain? Right? And that's all she had to say to me for me to believe her. Because there's nobody standing there for her to be lying in front of. She's holding my hands. She's looking me dead in my eye. Right? Now, she's like, you know, it's all right for you to ask the question, because, I understand that's your job, but my son is dead, you know, and so when you see the episode on Rap City, my host, which was Mad Links at the time, because I write all the questions. I write everything that come out of his mouth come from me, unless I let him ask a question he would like to ask, right? So when he did ask the question, when you look up this interview, and some of y'all may have seen it, and some of y'all may remember it. When he asked the question, you know, a lot of people saying that Tupac is still alive or whatever, whatever. How she addressed it was like this. I can't remember verbatim, but like I said, I'm gonna pull up the tape and I'm going to play it. Her answer was, when people tell her that Tupac is still alive, she equates that as the same way as people saying Elvis is alive. And even though she know Tupac is dead, if the fans want to believe that Tupac is dead, I mean alive, then she equates that as people think Elvis is still alive. So if if Elvis fans still like believe that Elvis is alive, then let Tupac fans have Tupac. If they can have Elvis, let us have Tupac. And that was her answer for that. You know what I'm saying? And it made us all damn near, well, she damn sure made me cry. I ain't gonna lie about it. You know what I'm saying? Because I felt very ignorant to even ask somebody mother that lost their child. But you know, me being who I am and um trying to bring the real all the time, you know, and people having, you know, all these conspiracy theories about Pac being alive, it was only right for me to ask her. You know what I'm saying? And that was her response. If they can have Elvis, then we can have Tupac, right? But after the show, um, rest in peace, Hervé, who worked for Interscope, he called me up, cursing me out. Man, why you ask her that question, man? She broke down when we got in the car. She was all upset. She wouldn't do no more interviews. This, that, and the third. I'm like, yo, bro, I'm just doing my job. You know what I'm saying? But he like, yo, man, you know, she was in, you know, you took her to a space that she didn't want to be in, and it really broke her down and this, that, and the third. And you know, he was really upset with me. The people at Interscope was upset with me, but I had to ask the question. You know what I'm saying? And so I will never forget her holding my hands and making me look her in the face and telling me a mother cannot fake this pain. That she said that verbatim. That's verbatim. A mother cannot fake this pain of losing her son, right? So when I hear people saying all this dumbass nonsense about Pac is still alive, this, that, and other, they could believe what they want to believe because they never met his mother. They never held her hands. They never looked her in her eye. You know what I'm saying? And I've been to funerals of mothers that lost their son. And that same pain I seen in her eyes. You know what I'm saying? So for all you out there that want to believe that Pac is alive, so is Elvis. All right. And that's what I got to say about that. Right. So when all y'all be saying that, well, Suge said Pac is, you know, Pac is still alive. Suge is still trying to sell records at that time. Okay. He's trying to keep the money going by saying that. If you think that he believes that Pac is still alive, then he would be trying to sue somebody to get some money, right? Now, here's where I'm gonna drop some real serious talk, right? Now, just like I met Afeni Shakur, I met Suge Knight, right? First time me seeing Suge Knight in person was at one of the BET Awards. I don't know what year it was, probably around 2005, if not around maybe 2008 or 9. I can't remember because I've been in BET and off and on from 2005 to 2012, producing several shows or whatever. But yeah, I didn't say Tupac didn't have an open casket. Tupac didn't have a funeral, right? We know he was cremated. Some believe that he was quickly cremated so that his father couldn't get a DNA test to prove that he was the father and have rights to any of his stuff. Billy Garland. That's why a lot of people believe that Afeni got him cremated so fast so that Billy Garland couldn't have no rights to anything. But we know that Billy Garland came around after Pac got shot in quad, right? So let me say rest in peace to Afeni Shakur, right? Me and Suge, right? So the first time I seen Suge was at a BET Awards. That was 2005 because this is around the time Gucci Man had beef with with Jeezy, when the whole Ice Cream Man and all that stuff was going on. Because I remember be standing there with boys in the hood talking the block. All the boys in the hood except for Jeezy, right? And I remember Gucci Man come walking down the corridor, and I'm like, oh, it's about to go down. It's about to pop, right? And boys in the hood, Gucci Man came walking. All them niggas was like, they, they all turned, yeah, like they didn't see this nigga. I'm thinking they getting ready to beef with him, or I thought it was gonna pop off. Even though Jeezy wasn't there, I just felt like something was gonna be said. Them niggas always like, they just turned their head, act like they didn't see. That's when I knew Gucci was a goon. Because these niggas ain't want no smoke. Right? They didn't want no smoke. I swear to God, they didn't want no smoke with this dude. Right? But I remember Suge being in the corridor in the lobby or whatever, wherever we were standing at. And I'm standing there like, oh wow, there goes Suge. And he ain't have no security or nobody. He was by himself. And I went and walked by him, and me being crazy, just walking by him to see if anybody would jump on me or anything if I got too close to him or whatever. But I went by there, I stood by him, nothing happened, whatever. But that was my first time seeing Suge in person, right? Second time I seen Suge was at a Nicki Minaj after party after she performed somewhere, right? And this is how me and Suge got reacquainted, right? And I'm gonna get into that, right? And y'all can ask Nicki Minaj this story. Y'all can ask G Robinson, who was managing Nicki Minaj. Y'all can ask Stevie J this, and y'all can ask Cat Williams this, and y'all can ask Suge Knight this. Nicki was up in the VIP section, right, with G and Stevie J. When I, walk over to the section, Suge Knight and Cat Williams is trying to get up in the section to Nicki Minaj section, and she dead them. She not trying to let them in because Suge is standing there. I guess we in LA. They not trying to have no drama, right? And like I said, you got ask Nicki Minaj this, you got ask Stevie J this, you got ask G Robinson this, right? And Cat Williams. So I walk up to the VIP section to go up in Nicki's section. And Stevie J, he seen me and he like, yo, he good. Like, they not good, but he good, right? So please hit that like button if you haven't. Help them notifications go out. I appreciate it, right? And all the new people here, please subscribe to the channel, right? So as I'm getting ready to go in, I see Suge and Cat Williams trying to go in, right? And they won't let them go in, right? Who's this dumb ass talking about Cap? You could get out of here. You got the wrong channel, brother. There's never no Cap in this on this show. So I see they trying to get in and they won't let them up. So when Stevie J tells security to let me in, as he opened the rope for me to go in, I step back and I tell Suge and Cat Williams, go ahead. Like, y'all could go in with me, right? So I step back, they go in first, and then I go in. Now, Cat Williams is stupid. He ain't stupid, but I mean in a comedic way. He got this big, they had a life-size poster of Nicki Minaj in the party, a cardboard cutout of Nicki Minaj, right? So he got it in his hand like he trying to get it autographed. And right. So I let them go in with me. They go in ahead of me, and then I go in. And the security looking at me like, yo, nigga, like I ain't supposed to let them in. So they go in first, right? And we go upstairs, the VIP was all the way at the top of these stairs. I can't think of the name of the club at the time, right? So we go on up the stairs or whatever. As soon as we get up on the top, Cat Williams, he dropped the poster on the floor, right? And they go over to Nicki and they talk. Suge, he didn't really say nothing to her. Cat Williams went over there. I don't know what was said. Y'all can ask G, y'all can ask Nicki what was said. But I don't know what was said. But they went over there, they said whatever, Cat Williams said whatever he had to say. And then they left and went back downstairs. I stayed up there with Stevie J. And, I took a picture with Suge that day, right? I'm going to find that picture because I got it on one of my drives, right? It was in one of my old phones. So I say that to say this. The reason I'm telling that story is this is how I got reacquainted with Suge more recently, right? Now, for the last 2 years, I've been talking to Suge Knight myself personally, right? Now, a lot of people was like, oh, well, why you never had him on your show? Why you never brought him on live, right? Reason I never had is because I feel like I didn't need to. I don't need to chase clout, right? And I felt being that being that uh I've been covering, and doing research on Tupac murder, it was better for me not to reveal that I was talking to Suge, right? Now, there are witnesses that I've been talking to Suge for the last 2 years, right? I'm gonna give you a few receipts. Dave Mays, unbeknownst to y'all, unless you heard Gene Squirrels say it when I told his punk ass, don't tell nobody I was talking to Suge. He went out there and told everybody that I was talking to Suge, right? Because unbeknownst to y'all, right, I was producing Collect Calls with Suge Knight, with Dave Mays. Now, if you think that's cap, you can call Dave Mays, you can ask Dave Mays, and he will tell you. I just told him, don't put my name in the credits because I didn't want nobody to know that I was producing the show. And I wasn't producing the entire show. I produced a couple of episodes, maybe about 3 episodes, maybe 4, right? So how I got reacquainted with Suge was one of my homies was talking to Suge, right? And I was they let me know they was talking to Suge, right? So I'm like, oh man, I met Suge before. I remember I got him inside the VIP at a Nicki Minaj party, right? So he goes and tells Suge that, right? And Suge tell the nigga, man, that nigga lying. Ain't nobody could get me in no VIP in LA. Nigga, that LA, like he the king of LA, right? Like this was a lie, right? So when my man called me, he was like, oh, Suge said you lying, nigga. You ain't get him in no VIP. How you look like getting him in VIP in LA? You know what I'm saying? And back in 2005. I'm like, why would I lie about that? I'm like, yo, you know me. What do I lie about? Nothing, right? I have no reason to lie. I don't lie about nothing, right? So he calls me with Suge on the phone. Suge, yo, he talking all spicy. Yo, nigga, what you talking about? You got me in the club. You know what I'm saying? Da. Ain't nobody could get me in the club in LA. You know what I'm saying? I get anywhere and I'm like, yo, bro, like, what are you talking about? I got you in the club. I mean, I got you in the VIP. What you talking about? Nicki Minaj was not trying to let you and Cat Williams in the VIP. I got you in there. I'm like, Stevie J gave the security the green light to let me in. I stepped back and let y'all go in. Y'all was standing at the rope. Y'all couldn't get in until I came up and I let y'all in. Through me getting in. Man, you lying that I said, yo, you know what, bro? I ain't got no reason. You don't know me like that. I ain't got no reason to lie to you. You think I'm lying? Call Cat Williams. Ask Cat Williams, right? All right, I call back. He called, he leave. I mean, he hang up. He called Cat Williams. Cat Williams told him, yo, that's the truth. That did happen. You know what I'm saying? They called me back, right? So Suge apologized. Yo, you was right. You right. Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah. Man, I ain't want to go in there. Cat wanted to go up there and talk to her, right? And I was like, well, thank you for apologizing, brother. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have no reason to lie to you. Why would I sit there and make that up? So that's how me and Suge got reacquainted. This is 2 years ago, you know, right? Yeah, 2 years, probably getting ready to go on 3, right? Um, so, um, so from that, you know, me and him started building. So me, him, and my man, we would all be on the phone together. Whenever Suge called, you know, my man would call me on the three-way, and we would talk, right? Because my man, you know, he dealt with the music business, so we was talking about different stuff in the music business, and we was building with that, right? You know, he was kind of, you know, telling my man what to do with the business and stuff, right? In the business, right? So at some point, uh, it went from them calling me on the three-way, then he got my number from my man and started calling me directly, right? So me and him from that point, we started building for the last like 2 years, right? Probably longer, right? I would speak to Suge at least from 2 to 4 hours a day, right? You know, he got his calls is in increments of 15 minutes. He will call back a lot, right? Every 15 minutes he go out, he'll call back. 4 calls is an hour. You know what I'm saying? And he will call me in the daytime and he will call me at night, right? And we would talk and talk and talk and talk and we be building, right? Then he started doing collect calls with um Dave Mays, right? And then at a point, Dave Mays, you know, he started getting a little scary with some of the content, and he would some of the stuff he would pull out. Take not pull out, take out the show and then air it. You know what I'm saying? And then there was a time where he did one show and Snoop approached him out in Chicago, right? And when Snoop approached him in Chicago, then Dave really got a little shaky or whatever, right? So then I started producing episodes. Suge would call me, and you know, we would do the episodes or whatever, and then I would kick them over to Dave. And if you feel I'm lying, anybody you could call Dave Mays, you can email Dave Mays, you can hit him on Instagram or wherever, right? And he'll tell you. Now, um, like the episode Simon Says, I produced that one. I can't remember the titles and the numbers, but I know the Simon Says one was one of the ones I produced. And like I said, it was a few of them, right? This now, what happened is being that pork butt, you know, was up here telling all these stuff, all these stories. What I would do is I would let Suge hear the stuff that Reggie was saying, right? So this is what made me very powerful against Reggie, right? Because he didn't know that I was talking to Suge. So whenever he was getting up there lying, right, I was able to let Suge hear it, right? And then I could, even though I took the stuff that Suge was saying with a grain of salt, because I know him and Reggie was cool at some point, right? You know, I would decipher what was real and what was not on my own. And, you know, this is how I was able to catch Reggie in a lot of lies. He had no clue that I was talking to Suge until Gene bitch ass went out there and said something, right? Now, the reason Gene bitch ass went and said something is I produced the episode when Suge tells the story about Wolf, I mean, about Big J getting killed in Atlanta, right? In that episode, Suge revealed who killed Big J, right? And you know, he cleared Wolf's name and said that it wasn't Wolf. And a lot of people out here were saying that Wolf killed Big J, right? But Gene always stood on that it wasn't Wolf. It wasn't Wolf. It wasn't Wolf. Wolf didn't kill Big J, right? So this is when I was cool with Gene, potty mouth ass nigga, right? So being that I was cool with Gene, before the episode came out, I told Gene, yo, you was right. Wolf didn't kill Jake, and just chill and wait. The new episode of Collect Calls with Suge Knight is going to reveal that it wasn't Wolf that killed Jake. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I'm like, chill, Gene. Just relax. Just relax, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Just relax. Let the episode come out. Then you can tell everybody, I told you. That will be your I told you moment. When the episode come out, nigga, right? But Gene can't hold piss, right? That nigga can't hold his teeth in his mouth. If he had dentures, every time he talked, them shits would spit out on the floor, Dame Dash style, right? So Gene couldn't wait. Yo, Chuck, when the episode coming out? Which episode? Relax, right? Because you know the Collect Calls with Suge Knight, they had animation in it. So the animation takes a long time to render. It took a lot, and then you know, on top of the footage and everything else that you know that go in there, it took a while for the episode to come out. So Gene, bitch ass, he couldn't wait. He get on the internet on his show, man, yeah, and Suge is gonna come out and he gonna tell y'all in the next Collect Calls that Wolf didn't do it. Oops. Sorry, Choke. Not only did he reveal that I was talking to Suge, and I told him I ain't want nobody to know. If I wanted anybody to know, I would have put my name in the goddamn credits, right? He goes and said, this is why I stopped fucking with him, right? Because he went and revealed some kid just wanted to be the first nigga to say something. This is why I stopped dealing with him, right? Because I didn't want nobody to know that I was talking to Suge, right? I didn't want nobody to know that I was producing the Collect Calls, right? So being that he did that, that alerted certain people, right? Pork butt in particular, right? So even after that, I still wouldn't say anything, right? So I told Suge in advance, you know, before the episode came out, I told him, yo, nigga, I told Gene about, and I explained to him that I told him the reason why I told him is because, you know, he was standing on that Wolf didn't kill Suge. I mean, kill Jake and shit. And he like, why would you trust that nigga? Look what he doing to Diddy. Why would you tell him anything? And I'm like, you right. You know what I'm saying? And which was true. Why I tell Gene, we see Gene can't hold piss, right? So moving past that, right? That's how long I've been talking to Suge. And I've been talking to him damn near daily at times for a long period of time, right? So a lot of information that I got came from him over these 2 years of period, right? Now moving forward to today, right? I know that I can't believe everything that he said to me, right? Because over a time period, I started to learn that he was lying to me, right? So now there's other shows and other stuff that I've done too that I'm still not going to reveal right now. I'll give y'all the collect calls, right? But there's still other shows that I produced as well. I'm just not going to say it, right? And the people who know who shows that I produced or I hooked them up with, they are my witnesses, and I don't have to say their names because they know this is true. There's a bunch of stuff that y'all watch that I'm behind, right? Now, another person that I hooked him up with was R.J. Bond, right? R.J. Bond met Suge through me, right? Now, here's another thing. I was supposed to produce a series, right? With Suge, right? I wrote this whole thing. I was producing and directing it, right? I wrote this whole series out, this, that, and the other. He linked me up with some dudes that was supposed to finance this thing, or they was executive producing it, right? I did all this work for months, writing out this whole series or whatever, right? I was supposed to get paid from this production company, you know, and I'm seeing that they bullshit, and I'm telling Suge that these niggas is janky, but he not believing me, right? But I could tell because I've been producing for 30 years. I've been producing for major networks. So I know what the process is to produce, right? So these dudes was full of shit, right? Um, and I could see it. And I'm sitting there and I'm telling Suge, yo, these niggas, they not moving right. You know what I'm saying? I don't think this is real or whatever. Make a long story short, I was right, right? So I took months in writing this series, and it's fire, right? So I went through sitting down with this dude and him going over his life story with me so I can put this series together. So I done got this dude's whole life story. Stories y'all never ever heard, right? All the way back from childhood all the way up because I'm putting this series together, right? And I'm still sitting on this, right? It's mine because I wrote it, right? Um, and I never got paid for it. So with all these different, all this stuff, all this, writing out all this stuff or whatever, it didn't happen, right? So um he stopped dealing with those dudes and started dealing with somebody else, right? Somewhere in the process of that, um, I hooked him up with RJ Bond because RJ Bond had gave me some information on he had like documents of like the sale of the building that Suge owned that went into Reggie name and stuff like that. When Reggie say that he brought this building or he brought Suge building, this, that, and the other. Stuff like that, RJ Bond had the documents from. So I hooked RJ Bond up with Suge, right? You know, because he had these documents and stuff. That was part of the reason. And RJ Bond was working on the Tupac cover up thing at the same time. So he's never met Suge. He's never talked to Suge. I'm the one that introduced him to Suge, right? So I hook him up with RJ Bond, right? He started dealing with RJ Bond. For some reason, he done turn him against me, right? That was the first strike with me realizing that, you know, Suge ain't as stand up as I thought he was, right? Now, when I come to find out that they start doing or working on this series or whatever, or this project, and cut me out, and now he got RJ Bond going to the meeting, right? And it kept saying, "Oh man, yo, we almost ready, man. You know, you're gonna have to come out to LA." Da, 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 da. Then it goes from that to silence. Now he got RJ Bond going to meet with these people, whatever. And I believe it's for the thing that I created, right? So I didn't even notice, right? Until I start speaking to RJ Bond again, because me and him kind of fell out. You know what I'm saying? Right? So I'm like, you going to the meeting for like, wow. Like, you cut out the black guy, no, not making this a racist thing, right? But now I plug you with RJ Bond, and now he's going to meetings, and I never go to a meeting, or I'm not like getting called for the work. But you sending him to the meeting for the wow. Okay, that was strike one for me, right? You know the saying, first time shame on me, you know, the second time shame on you, right? So that kind of hurt me because I put in a lot of work, and then I never got my bread from the other guys, right? So now y'all moving forward without me, and like, but you telling me, oh, you know, I'm gonna be called to these meetings, this, that, and the third. That was the first shame on me, right? Second time is um he called me up and he wanted to get some stuff off his chest, and he needed a new platform, right? So I plug him with a new platform, right? And I start producing shows with this platform, right? And it's doing booming numbers. It's like he's lit, right? And you know, everything is going smooth, right? Now everything is going through me, right? And then one day we all on the phone, he asked the platform for their number direct, right? I give them, they give they give him their number, right? Next thing you know, nigga cut me out, right? Now he start calling the person direct and shit like, yo, you know, man, I don't know Choke like that. Choke ain't my manager. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, word. So now he started dealing with my plug without me, right? And they start rocking without me until stuff started getting funky and ugly, this, that, and other. Now he got to double back to me, right? Because he don't like dealing with my peoples, right? Because the way they moving, so he trying to get me back in, and they need me to make the shit hot again, right? Because I know a lot of information. I know how to put it together, and he's seen the success of collect calls when I'm behind it, opposed to when it's just Dave, right? So now, you know, we with this other platform, and it's booming, right? The numbers is out the roof, right? And then some go wrong, and it's double back to me, right? So the series was shame on me, right? RJ Bond supposed to have been, you know, uh, shame on you, right? And now this third time, it's like I should have stopped dealing with him, right? Because now he telling my plug, yo, man, Choke ain't my manager. He don't, I don't know that nigga like that. Woo, 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 woo. And try to, deal with my people until they needed me again, right? So now they double back and they need me again, right? I forgive the nigga again, right? So, why? I don't know, right? But I'm very big-hearted, very forgiving, or whatever. So I continue to start dealing with the dude again, right? Now, moving forward, like I said, he got educated on a lot of stuff because of me. Y'all see me do my research or whatever. So I would let him hear all these different interviews, right? Because by letting him hear all these different interviews from different people, I can decipher what's real, what's not, if this is truth, if this is not. Whether I believed him or not, I use my own discretion, right? The fourth time, right? This is when I was done with him again for a moment, right? Gave the nigga again, right? I'm on the phone with him, and Reggie comes on, right? Now this is around the time him and Reggie is beefing, right? The time before the last time, right? Reggie's live, right? And he's saying, yeah, man, me and Suge, we cool now. We've been talking, this, that, and the third. Now, for me, I'm like, nigga, Reggie's out here saying that you killed Biggie, right? Reggie, I didn't let him hear on the news where Reggie said he don't know about Tupac, but no, he may not have nothing to do with Tupac, but he don't know about Suge, right? But we know Reggie told Greg Caden that Suge got Poochie to kill Biggie. That's a fact. There ain't no alleged. We know that's a fact. That Reggie got immunity from Greg Caden, according to him, right? That that Reggie said that Suge got Biggie killed by using Poochie and Teresa Swan, right? Or Tammy Hawkins, or whatever her name is, because one is real, one is fake. And how Greg Caden and them mic'd her up and sent her to the jail to try to set Suge up. I let him hear that, right? I don't think he was privy to that until he heard it come out of Reggie's mouth himself and hear those dots or whatever, right? So for me, it's like, how could you ever F with Reggie at this nigga's out here snitching, saying that you got Big killed through Poochie? Why would you ever be dealing with this nigga, right? So me and him is on the phone. And if you don't believe me, you can ask Toy Knight. Yeah, if that's Toy's last name, right? You can ask Toy. She is my witness, right? And shout out to her because she's always kept it a buck with me. Even though that's her man, she has never lied to me about anything. And I've been speaking to her for quite a while, right? So I'm on the phone with Suge, right? And Reggie had just put up a new video. And in the video, he's talking about how him and Suge they done made up and they've been talking for a while, right? So I'm like, yo, oh, hold on, yo. This nigga Reggie just dropped a new video, right? Because I'm always letting him hear Reggie, right? Just like somebody's letting them listen to me right now. I guarantee that. I guarantee that, right? So we listening to Reggie, right? I'm like, yo, this nigga Reggie said y'all cool again. Y'all been talking. Man, that nigga a liar. That nigga a liar, man. I ain't talking to that nigga. I ain't talking to Reggie. That nigga a liar, right? And I'm like, oh, I said, you know what? Reggie probably lying, man. This, that, and other. I said, yo, I'm saying that he really saying that y'all been made up and y'all been talking, right? Man, that nigga lying. He lying. Right? You have 60 seconds left. You have 1 minute left, whatever it is, right? So we sitting there listening to Reggie, right? Then the phone click off. Click. Still don't call me right back. I'm sitting there watching. This nigga Reggie plays Suge on the phone. Talking about, yo, what was that song y'all was listening to when Tupac died? You said you and Suge was listening to a song. Now, this nigga didn't know Reggie was recording him, right? So they play Reggie and Suge talking. Bro, I was so hot. I was so hot because I believe in Suge over Reggie any day, right? Any day, right? As soon as Suge hung up, the nigga Reggie play it. Oh! I text Toy, y'all fucking with Reggie? I said, yo, this nigga talking to Reggie? She like, no, he not. He ain't talking to Reggie. Oh, really? I sent her the link. Boom. She hit me back. Suge know this? He recorded this? Darnell Jones, good looking, right? I said, I was just on the phone with Suge, and he told me Reggie lying. He ain't talking to him. As soon as the phone cut off, Reggie plays this. So she like, whoa. I don't think Suge know he recorded this. I don't care if he know if he recorded this or not. Now, here's the fourth thing, right? I wouldn't even get on the phone with Reggie. Nigga called me a snitch and all this other stuff. Nigga never produced no paperwork. I ain't never snitch on nobody. But you sitting here, because a nigga trying to catch clout and shit, spreading that rumor along with all these other dumbass niggas like they don't know how to pull up niggas' paperwork. Of course they did, and they read it and they seen that it was a lie, right? So I'm sitting here like, this nigga is talking to Reggie. This nigga is talking to Reggie. He said, man, this nigga lying. He said, I ain't talking to that nigga. Reggie plays it. Yo, man, what was that you was listening to? How many of y'all seen that? Man, what was that song you and Pac was listening to when you died? Yeah, man, I thought so. I mean, when Pac got shot, yeah, man, I thought so. Whoa, right? I don't speak to Suge for a minute after that. I don't know if he embarrassed because he lied to me, but he know he done broke my trust. Now I don't trust the nigga. Cause there ain't no reason for you to lie to me if you talking to Reggie. Y'all niggas grew up together. You can forgive him at any point. That's your boy, right? Even though he's saying you killed Biggie, right? And try to line you up for that, right? If you forgive him, that ain't my business. But you ain't gotta lie to me about it. At all. I can accept You being friends with Reggie. Because y'all grew up together, right? You stayed friends with Reggie after Pac got killed. Even though I feel like he's complicit in Pac getting killed, even though I feel like he orchestrated or played a part in it allegedly, if you continue to deal with him after that, I damn sure would believe that you would forgive him. You let him work at the company after that. I wouldn't think that you would be cool with him at some point again. Your building was in his name. I would think you would be comfortable with forgiving him. But the fact that you telling me you don't F with this nigga and you ain't speak to him in a decade, or you don't deal with him, I'm going to believe you, because what reason do you got to lie to me about it, right? So it continues, right? So after a while, I stopped talking to him, right? Somewhere down the line, we start talking again. I can't remember why. Then he tells me that the only reason that he started talking to Reggie again when we did start speaking again, because I feel like this, nigga, you didn't have to lie to me. That's your dude. You know what I'm saying? Fine. You know what I'm saying? But you ain't have to lie to me, right? So it was no reason for me to hold no grudge against him, because them niggas grew up together, right? It was just the fact that they did. Man, I ain't talking to this nigga, and he lying. I swear to God, if this nigga would have stayed on the phone for 30 more seconds, he would have heard himself talking to Reggie, right? But anyway, like I said, I sent the link to Toy. She was even shocked that he was talking to Reggie, right? Honestly speaking, I really don't think that she even knew that, right? Come to find out that the attorney, well, according to him, the attorney Jasmine girl, right? Somehow or another, I don't know how he started dealing with her, right? Now, y'all know I got the grand jury testimony, the Keefy D grand jury testimony. Y'all see me do shows on it. Y'all see me post it, right? I even went through some of that with Suge, right? So the attorney Jasmine, she started hitting me up, asking me to send her the grand jury testimony for the Keefy D case. Now, at first, Suge was telling me, yo, go ahead and send it to her. Then he told me, nah, don't send it to her. Yo, go ahead and send it to her. Nah, don't send it to her. Nah, don't send it to her. For some reason, he didn't want me to send it to her, right? So she's hitting me, and I wouldn't respond because he's telling me, don't send her the grand jury testimony, right? So one way or another, he tells me, yo, once we start talking, I'm like, I ain't even say, yo, nigga, why you lie to me? You was talking to Reggie, why you lie to me? It's just when we started talking, he like, man, I only was talking to Reggie because of attorney Jasmine. You know what I'm saying? She wanted me to talk to this nigga because she was trying to get some paperwork from Reggie, and the only way that she could get it is if I would talk to him, right? So that's how they got reacquainted, right? Now, I believe that part, right? I do believe that he started talking to Reggie just to smooth him over so they could get whatever paperwork they needed, which was probably for some publishing or whatever it was, right? And the reason I believe that is because she told me herself that she kind of forced Suge to talk to Reggie, right? For that reason. But once again, for me, I felt like he didn't have to lie to me about it, right? So me and her got acquainted, right? And then I started talking to Attorney Jasmine, right? Me and her started being cool or whatever. And I tell Suge, you know what I'm saying? Yo, I've been speaking to the lawyer chick. I still didn't give her the grand jury paperwork in the Dwayne Davis case, Skippy D case, right? And you know, I've been talking to her, right? So me and her started talking or whatever, right? So she told me that she kind of forced Suge to talk to Reggie, and that's how he was talking to Reggie or whatever. So that made me kind of like not really forgive him, but no, now moving forward, I can't trust his word. Like, you know, the nigga's a liar. You know what I'm saying? And to me, I ain't saying he a liar to everybody, but he lied to me. So now I got to take everything that I was told prior to that with a grain of salt, especially after, you know, I hooked him up with people and then he done got, you know, telling people, you know, man, I don't know Choke like that and this, that. He don't know me like that, right? We met, really started speaking over the phone over the last 2 years. We didn't grow up together like him and Reggie, this, that, and the third. So that's not even, I'm not even disputing that he know me like that, right? I seen him twice in person in my life, right? Outside of him being in jail. Right. So now me and Attorney Jasmine, we start building a rapport and stuff. Now I'm start seeing that he's lying more, right? So, you know, after she revealed to me that, you know, she got Suge to talk to Reggie because they was, you know, she was trying to get paperwork from Reggie, which I believe that she did at some point, right? Me and her is talking, right? Now, she's telling me, um, Suge did it. He did an episode or interview with somebody. I don't know if it was Cuomo or one of them, right? And it had something to do with the Terry Carter thing. And the way he laid something out, she felt like what he was saying that people would take it that she said it. So she was upset with him about that, right? And then they was trying to, you know, insinuate like they made some type of insinuation about her or whatever that she didn't like, right? So I can't remember, but something happened. Oh, I got it. So moving forward, right? Now at this time, I'm speaking to Suge, but I'm speaking to Attorney Jasmine, and she's super cool. Shout out to her, right? But I even had to stop dealing with her. You know what I'm saying? Because it's all too messy, right? So, and I explain why I stopped dealing with her, right? Reggie, while beefing with him and Suge, beefing back and forth, when they fall out again after he done talk to him and they going back and forth, and Suge is kind of implicating, you know, Reggie in the Tupac thing, which got Reggie real mad, and you know, Reggie's, you know, hitting below the belt, saying, you know, all types of stuff about Suge that I'm not going to regurgitate, right? Y'all heard him, the allegations he been making against him or whatever. Um, but one of them is he used Tupac as a shield. And then Wack comes behind him and say that's a fact that he did use Tupac as a shield. So they've been going at it crazy, right? So Reggie plays an interview, not an interview, a conversation with this dude. Damn, what's his name? I think it's Norm something. And it was about this pastor dude, and they were saying that he was gay and this, that, and the third. But it was Suge on the phone talking to this dude. And I don't know how Reggie got the audio, right? But Reggie played this audio of Suge talking to this dude. Damn, what's his name? Norm Brooks or something. I can't remember what it was, right? But Suge was hot about this audio being played, and Attorney Jasmine was hot about the audio being played because whoever this guy was, they was trying to help Suge, with his case, right? So Suge called me and accused me of selling Reggie the audio of a conversation that how would I even be able to, one, be on the phone with him and this other guy, or two, be able to record this conversation, and three, me dealing with pork butt? Like, I would never F with Reggie for no reason. Not that I have a reason to, or I have a reason to dislike Reggie. Only reason I don't F with Reggie is because he's sitting there making an allegation about me that ain't true, and he's a goddamn cop or a former cop, and he know you don't sit there and put no smut on nobody's name without no paperwork, right? So this is why I don't, all that other shit that he be saying or whatever, I don't care about. But I don't play those games, right? So so she'll call me up snapping. Yo, nigga, you sold that audio to Reggie, this, that, and the other, right? And I'm like, what? You bugging. So me and him beefing over the phone, and I'm like, yo, I've been talking to you for 2 years or longer. Nobody even know I talked to you. I have never put out anything that I produced with you. They're like nothing, right? I never even got you to come on my own platform. As many times as we talked about it, I never even did that. I never even brought you on my platform. And I'm hooking you up with all these other mother effers and stuff. And I could have had you on my platform. Why would I go and sell Reggie anything? I don't even have Reggie's number. I don't even F with Reggie. Why would I be selling Reggie anything? So the fact that you even accuse me of that, nigga, I'm done with you. Because now this is about the 6th time some bull crap happened with you, right? Like, nigga, I'm not dealing with you no more. The fact that you don't see that I got integrity and I've been dealing with you for over 2 years and nothing ever leaked, nothing ever came out, and now I sold something to Reggie for a conversation I'm not even on the phone for? I don't even know this dude, Noel Jones. That's, I think his name is, right? Or whoever the dude that he was talking to about the Noel Jones dude, right? So I'm like, wow. So I stopped dealing with him on that note, right? So I blocked him from my phone and shit, so he couldn't even call me no more, right? So he accused me and somebody else, I ain't gonna say their name, of selling Reggie that audio, to come to find out that whoever the dude that was on the phone with him gave it to Reggie. right? So me and attorney Jasmine, right? We on the phone together because I call her and I'm like, yo, he accusing me of this, you know, and she's like, me and her on the phone. So what you call it? She'll calls her and she tell me, yo, just stay on the phone, don't say nothing. And she merged me in, right? Now, at that time, I called Toy. So me and Toy's on the phone when she calls, right? So when she merged me in with Suge and her talking about it, I merged Toy in. So all four of us are on the phone, but they don't know that Toy is on the phone, right? So she's explaining to Suge how the audio got. Who's this dumb motherfucker in here talking about Drake? We don't care about this. Ain't the Drake hour. Anybody like, come on, y'all go take that Drake conversation somewhere else, right? So she's explaining to Suge, yo, calm down, calm down. You accusing Choke of something that you accusing Choke of something that he ain't got nothing to do with. He didn't give Reggie that audio. It had to be whoever the dude his name is. I think it began with an H or whatever, right? So we all on the phone and she's like, calm down, da 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 da, right? So she explains to him how Reggie got the audio, right? So once he realizes that it wasn't me, right? Eventually, Toy sends me a text like, yo, you know, Suge apologized, this, that, and the other, you know, this, that, and the third. And, you know, but I'm like, I'm done with him. Like, I hit her back like, you know, a few days later, like, yo, look, I accept his apology, but I'm good, right? You know what I'm saying? The fact that I couldn't have even been on the phone for that, the fact that he would think that I would ever be dealing with Reggie after all these years and I never even put out anything with him, like, I'm good because clearly he don't see my integrity. You know what I'm saying? Right? And I'm not even pressing him to come on my channel and do something, right? So you know, me and Dude, me and Dude, we like I just stopped dealing with him at that point, right? So now, you know, at that time, you know, him and attorney Jasmine, they going through it, right? And he's telling me, man, I ain't dealing with her no more, this, that, and the third, this, that, and the third. But she's calling me and she's texting me, showing me all the missed calls from him. And he keep calling her, but he telling me he ain't reaching out to her no more. He ain't dealing with her. But she's showing me how did he constantly calling her and then sent her flowers or whatever. But he telling me he not effing with her. So now at this point, I'm like, this dude be lying, right? I can't trust nothing he say no more because I've been talking to this dude for all this time, giving him all these hours a day, sitting down writing projects, and the nigga is a habitual liar when it comes to me. So now, right, I question a lot of stuff that was told to me. Right? So next thing I know, it's this dumbass nigga that was sitting there championing me, being a supporter of mine, all of a sudden this motherfucker start making videos and attacking me and all this other stuff. You know what I'm saying? And I know where it's coming from, right? So I call attorney Jasmine and I'm like, what's up with your peoples making these videos about me, this, that, and the third? Either that's coming from you or that's coming from Suge, right? Because this nigga was just on my nuts, right? I was just, man, he in his own chat, he telling people, oh, don't talk bad about Choke over here. Da, da, da. Then now all of a sudden he making videos about me and talking about me. I'm like, that's either you or Suge. Now, which one of y'all is doing this, right? So she calls the dude and get him on the phone, right? And she like, yo, what you call it? You know, I need to you making these videos about Choke, you talking about Choke, this and that. We need to get in and we need to handle this. And now I'm telling her, I don't need to handle nothing. I don't know this nigga, never met him, don't care to, there ain't nothing to talk about. And she's like, but please, let's just handle this. Like let's talk, let's just all talk, this, that, and the third. Right. So she get the person on the phone and she like, well, Choke is on the phone and he know you a good friend of mine. Good friend of yours? Click. That's it. Block. Now I don't F with her, right? Because if this nigga's your good friend and he attacking me, I don't deal with people that play the middle and play both sides. And I really was digging her, right? You know what I'm saying? As a person. And then they talking about, oh, I'm dating her. Niggas started coming out with the rumors that I was dating attorney Jasmine and I'm her man and this, that, and just because she was talking to me. I'm like, yo, bro, first of all, she way on the other side of the goddamn coast. I've never met her in person. I don't know her, right? So now all of a sudden I'm dating her because we're talking. It's too many games, right? So to save her peace and to save me peace, right? I just stopped dealing with her too, right? Fast forward, right? Somewhere down the line, I unblocked Suge, right? He started calling, right? Again, right? Because people tell me, oh, Choke, man, you should talk to him, man. This, that, and the other. He apologized, da, 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 da. Now I talk to him, but I can't believe everything that he say, right? Then I see Gene talking about no, Suge do an interview, and now he's blaming Corey Jacobs of giving Keefy D's son money and Keefy D, right? Trying to link Tupac to Diddy, right? Now I know Suge don't know nothing about Corey, right? Corey's not in the forefront of nothing, never been. Only person that talks about Corey is Gene trying to link Diddy to the Tupac shit and whatever he could do to make sure Diddy don't get out of jail or get Diddy locked up. He came with that whole Corey funded Bad Boy. First it was D Ferg, then it now is Corey, right? So whatever dudes that Diddy got that's still good with him, that's on the street, Gene is trying to get locked up. So now here go Suge on the Art of Dialogue with this whole Corey thing, right? So I speak to Suge and I'm like, yo, bro, this Corey thing you talking about. I said, nigga, you speaking to Gene Dale, right? And he laughed. You mother effing right. Man, these dudes is a trip. And I'm like, yo, dude, you out of all people are messing with Gene? This is why you seen Gene talking about, oh, Suge is a gentleman. Because remember when Suge did the show and said that Gene and Reggie was friends. Remember? Gene went and said, man, it wasn't me, it was Paul. I only met Gene, I met Reggie in 2017, 2016. You know what I'm saying? I just met Reggie. That was Paul that was friends with him back in 96, right? Or 95 or whenever it was, right? But I'm like, bro, you told me, why am I trusting Gene after seeing what he was doing to Diddy? You would be talking to Gene. This is why you see Gene doing these interviews. Oh, Suge is a gentleman. This, that, and the third. So Gene is feeding Suge bullshit about Corey Jacobs to try to link Corey in with Keefy D and them to link it back to Diddy to try to put this back on Diddy. This is why I'm telling y'all now, I don't believe Diddy had anything to do with the Tupac thing. That's the death row narrative for an alibi. I believe the whole thing is in-house, right? So now he go from the art of dialogue telling this whole Corey story, which is a blatant lie. It's a blatant lie. This is why I reached out to Keefy D's son, and then Keefy D, RJ Barnes, sent me the audio of Keefy D. Neither one of them know Corey Jacobs. They don't know Corey, right? They don't know him. And then he go on Tasha K and bring up Corey name again, and he trying to put it on Diddy. But remember, he was blaming Snoop for having a walkie-talkie, right? Now, I believe now, today, that Snoop was tipped off not to go to Vegas. Who I believe he was tipped off by? Kevin Gaines. Because of the beef that Kevin Gaines had with Suge, right? I think Kevin Gaines is the brown arm that came out the Cadillac, and I believe that allegedly, and I believe that David Mack was the driver. That's the light-skinned, bald-head guy with the mustache, and I believe Kevin Gaines is the one that shot, allegedly, right? But they all worked for Reggie, allegedly. And we know Kevin Gaines was in Vegas for on a special assignment, so they say, right? So this is why Keefy D don't know the story, right? And remember, Greg Caden got that Southside did it from Reggie. Greg Caden came to Reggie came to Keefy D with the story already. Remember, Keefy D said, he pulled down the board and said, hey, you was here, T Brown was here, Orlando was here, Big Dre was here. But if you notice, when I just played the joint yesterday, all Greg Caden say is Keefy D passed the gun to Orlando, right? They coerced Keefy D into that statement. Reggie wasn't even there, but called his father immediately and said it was Orlando. Wasn't no Orlando. It wasn't no Keefy D. Remember, the driver was light-skinned, bald head with a mustache, looked like a bitch in the face. And people said they seen the brown arm come out. Kevin Gaines is brown. This is all alleged, my theory, knowing now what I know, right? Now, it's more elements to this that I'm not going to say right now. Right? But remember, it's Vegas. How could 4 dudes get around all that traffic and all that stuff? You would have to be the mother effing police to maneuver through that. If you get pulled over, you can flash your badge, right? Suge was able to hear and find out about Reggie disarming the niggas with the guns. He got to hear all that. I let him hear all Reggie's interviews that I could let him hear over the years, right? For me to figure things out. Y'all could believe what y'all want to believe. But I know that one thing Reggie say that I believe I can co-sign is that Suge be lying. That's the one thing I agree with Reggie on. Suge be lying, right? I'm not saying he lie about everything, but the nigga be lying, right? So when he say that Tupac is alive, he don't believe that Tupac is alive. He don't believe Tupac is alive. He know Tupac is dead. But to keep the story going and keep selling some more records, yeah. If if he believed that Tupac wasn't, I don't believe that he's telling the truth when he say that Tupac wasn't leaving death row. If he was to tell the truth that Tupac was leaving death row, what would everybody be saying? It's more than enough proof to prove that Pac was leaving death row. If everybody knew that that was the truth, then who would y'all be blaming for the death of Tupac? Not Diddy. Right? Now, this is the thing that made my antennas go up with Suge. And I'm not dragging him or throwing him under the bus. I'm just telling the truth of everything that's been going on because this shit been weighing on my heart for the last goddamn couple of weeks, heavy. You know what I'm saying? And I gave this dude a lot of my time and I haven't talked about any of this. Right? This is the one thing that don't sit right with me around this whole shit. Well, there's a few things, but I'm just going to say this one thing. I let Suge hear Low interview from OFTB on the Art of Dialogue. The one I played for y'all probably last week. How Low, I'm going to play it right now. Hold on. ahead. Okay. Let's see. All right. So shout out to the Art of Dialogue. I'm using this under fair use. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976 allowances made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news report, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair uses are use permitted by the copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing nonprofit educational and personal use tips balance in favor of fair use. Right? And I'm using this under fair use courtesy of the Art of Dialogue. Now, this is where Suge lost me, right? This is where my antennas went, boom, right? And I'm gonna tell you why, right? I'm gonna let you listen to this, just like I let Suge listen to this, and I'm gonna tell you what Suge said after this, which made my antennas go up about this whole Tupac thing. Check this out.
There, once we did all that, they came and went up to their rooms, got their stuff, Tupac and them, and we all met in front of the Lex store getting ready to go to the 662. So we all get in the caravan. It's a lot of us. It's like probably 20 cars. So everybody get in their cars. Okay, we going in this, we going in this. So everybody get in their cars and we get in our own car. We in the Lex. So me, Bust Stop, and Flip, we in a brand new Lexus. So we happy. We out there. We Death Row was on. Everybody there. We ain't thinking nothing but all good things finna happen. So we all jumped in the caravan and everybody posseed up and we started rolling to the 662. But before we went to the 662, everybody was following Suge, so we went to his house. So we went to Suge's house first. And then after he went in there and did whatever he was doing while everybody waited. And then after that, he jumped back in the car, bam, and everybody started following him again. And that's when we ended up going down Las Vegas Boulevard. And we was on the side of him because we OFTB. We ain't, everybody be minding Suge and do what he said. We kind of was hard here on a lot of things. So we pulled up on the side of him and Tupac like this. And we laughing, they laughing, we laughing, bam. And then the light was turning red. So when the light turned red.
This week, we're hosting a free trading and investing workshop right here in Atlanta. Inside the
Suge stopped because he know he got all these people behind it, but we in the car tripping, the bus stop driving, he went through the light. So once he went through the light, we go up a little bit and pull over and try to wait for him, but then we decided we might as well just go to the club and meet him there. So we was going to the club and we started hearing sirens, but we weren't tripping because we deep. It's like 20 cars and we thinking the security got guns. At least that's what we thinking. The security got guns. Anybody fuck with Death Row, something bad finna happen to them, period. Not us. That's what everybody thinking. So after we go to the club, I'm in the club. We in the club. We don't even notice nothing happened yet. I'm in the club. We got bottles. We dancing. Then I'm on the dance floor dancing at the time. This is like We just left Suge and them like 15 minutes ago, coming up here. So we thinking they'll be coming in right after us. So Hammer came and got me on the dance floor. I was dancing. Hammer came and got me, said, "Lo, we got to go. We got to go to the hospital. Suge and them just got shot." I said, "What?" And so, bam, got called, bust out and flip. I said, "Come on, man, we got to go to the hospital." They say, "Suge, Pac got shot." So we go to the hospital. Bam, we get to the hospital. We walk to the parking lot, and the Outlaws is all out there. There's people everywhere. They all over, bam. And so we walked up to the Outlaws. They was, when you know, sad, going crazy. And then Gaddafi came up to me, and Gaddafi said, "Lo." I said, "What happened?" Gaddafi said, "Lo, it was a white Cadillac." And he said, "Man, it was a light-skinned dude, looked something like you. Lo stuck his hand out the window and started busting." This is what Gaddafi told me. And so I'm like, damn, that's what the fuck? 'Cause I don't really know what happened. Because I ain't got none of the details yet. All I know is Suge told me it was an incident, and that wasn't shit. We cool, bam, and then we down there finna go to the club. So I ain't thinking none of this stuff that happened that y'all seen, the fight, the scuffle, or none of that. I ain't knowing none of this. All I know is something happened, but I don't know that happened. And so once we get there and find out Pac and them got shot, then that's when I started getting all the stories about how it went down and who did what and all this. And so we all went back to the hotel. Nate Dogg was there too with us. And he was like, "Man, I'm finna get the fuck out of here." We like, "Man, it ain't nothing we can really do." So we
Shout out to Low, OFTB, Art of Dialogue, right? I let Suge hear that interview, right? And I'm telling him, "Nigga, Gaddafi saw the shooter. Gaddafi went over and told Lowe from OFTB that the shooter looked like him." And I let him hear this whole interview. And Suge tells me, "Lowe is a fucking liar. He wasn't even there." I said, "What?" He said he was not even there. Now, I don't know the dude Lowe from OFTB for me to call him and be like, "Yo, nigga, you was lying? That whole story that you was in the entourage and you went to Club 662 and Gaddafi came and said to you at that hotel, you mean to tell me you was not even there that night?" But me now, I don't know if Suge's saying that because he on the jail phone. But what reason would this dude have to lie about being there when I'm sure MC Hammer could confirm that he was there? I'm sure some of these outlaw dudes could confirm that he was there. And why would he get up here on the Art of Dialogue and tell this whole story if he wasn't there? But Suge told me the dude Low from OFTB is lying. He was not even there. Now, he could have forgot, just like he forgot that I got him in the VIP section with Nicki Minaj. But why would the dude Low lie? And the same way, this Suge told me, "Man, I ain't talked to Reggie. I ain't talking to that nigga. He lying." And then next thing you know, a few seconds later, Reggie's playing the audio with him and Suge talking. Now the dude Low is lying. Why would he be lying? Now, the reason I'm doing this show tonight to let it all go is because the shit is sitting with me. And the thing that's sitting with me the most is him saying Low from OFTB was not in Vegas, bro. He was not there. I put that on my dead father. That's what he told me. That nigga is lying. And I don't think he's lying. So if I don't think he's lying, what is being covered up here? What is being covered up here? And who is being protected? The light-skinned dude?
And after that, he jumped back in the score, bam, and everybody started following him again. And that's when we ended up going down Las Vegas Boulevard. And we was on the side of him because we OFTB, we ain't, you know, everybody be mine to the club and meet him there. Well, we don't even notice nothing happened yet. I'm in the club, we got bottles, we dancing, then I'm on the dance floor dancing at the notice nothing happened.
Once again, listen to this and you tell me if you believe that he's lying. Like, this is a very detailed story, and I don't know what reason he would have to lie.
Everybody was following Suge, so we went to his house. So we went to Suge's house first. And then after he went in there and did whatever he was doing while everybody waited. And then after that, he jumped back in the score, bam, and everybody started following him again. And that's when we ended up going down Las Vegas Boulevard. And we was on the side of him because we OFTB, we ain't, you know, everybody be minding Suge and do what he said. We kind of was hard here on a lot of things. So we pulled up on the side of him and Tupac like this. And we laughing, they laughing, we laughing, bam. And then the light was turning red. So when the light turned red, Suge stopped because he know he got all these people behind it. But we in the car tripping, the bus stop driving, he went through the light. So once he went through the light, we go up a little bit and pull over and try to wait for him. But then we decided we might as well just go to the club and meet him there. So we was going to the club and we started hearing sirens. But we weren't tripping because we deep. It's like 20 cars, and we thinking the security got guns. At least that's what we thinking. The security got guns. Anybody fuck with Death Row, something bad finna happen to him, period. Not us. That's what everybody thinking. So after we go to the club, I'm in the club. We in the club. We don't even notice nothing happened yet. I'm in the club. We got bottles. We dancing. Then I'm on the dance floor dancing at the time. This is like, we just left Suge and them like 15 minutes ago, coming up here. So we thinking they'll be coming in right after us. So Hammer came and got me on the dance floor. I was dancing. Hammer came and got me, say, Lo, we got to go. We got to go to the hospital. Suge and them just got shot. I said, what? And so, bam, we got called, bust out and flip. I said, come on, man, we got to go to the hospital. They say, Suge, Pac got shot. So we go to the hospital. Bam, we get to the hospital. We walk to the parking lot, and the Outlaws is all out there. There's people everywhere. They all over, bam. And so we walked up to the Outlaws. They was, when you know, sad, going crazy. And then Gaddafi came up to me, and Gaddafi said, Lo. I said, what happened? Gaddafi said, Lo, it was a white Cadillac. And he said, man, it was a light-skinned dude, looked something like you. Lo stuck his hand out the window and started busting. This is what Gaddafi told me. And so I'm like, damn, that's what the fuck? Because I don't really know what happened. Because I ain't got none of the details yet. All I know is Suge told me it was an incident, and that wasn't shit. We cool, bam, and then we down there finna go to the club. So I ain't thinking none of this stuff that happened that y'all seen, the fight, the scuffle, or none of that. I ain't knowing none of this. All I know is something happened, but I don't know that happened. And so once we get there and find out Pac and them got shot, then that's when I started getting all the stories about how it went down and who did what and all this. And so we all went back to the hotel. Nate Dogg was there too with us. And he was like, man, I'm finna get the fuck out of here. We like, man, it ain't nothing we can really do. So we gonna have to leave too. So we all went over to Suge's house for a quick 20-minute meeting. And he was just like, he had got shot. So he was telling us, showing us this little shot in his head and shit, like, yeah, man, I got shot too, and you know, and you know it's gonna be good. Y'all get on back and we gonna take care of it. So we just got up out of there after that. But Pac was still alive.
Oh, okay, yeah. Pac, he was still in the hospital fighting for his life.
Yeah, but yeah, that's what happened. That's what I know about it. When I was there, my parts in it was I was there when they came running out the MGM after the incident. But see, that's how God work. I didn't see the incident. I wasn't involved. Lucky I wasn't. I probably would have been in it. And then even when they was driving and we went through the light, I missed that. And then was all the incidents that happened. That was the fight, and then that was the shoot. And then after that, we was just, you know, we all went to the hospital.
Now, could he have forgotten that he was there? He could have said, "Yeah, I don't remember him being there." He told me he was lying. That nigga wasn't there. He lying. With all that detail? Like I said, man, there's a lot of stuff over 2 years or longer. I can't remember how long it's been. It's definitely at least 2 years that a lot of conversations we done had. And I let him hear a lot of interviews. A lot. There's a bunch of other stuff that I ain't saying. And the one good thing about it, if anybody think I'm lying, it's all on the jail phone calls. He can't talk to me without anything being recorded. So if anybody think I'm lying, there's a million jail calls that prove that I'm not. We'll get back to this, though. Please hit that subscribe button if you're new here. I appreciate it. All right. Hit the like button on your way out. And you can leave your comments on how you feel about it. But getting back to the beginning of the show, Tupac is not alive, man. You know what I'm saying? If you want to believe anybody over Afeni Shakur, that's on you. You know what I'm saying? But Tupac is not alive, man. That's all I got to say. All right? Choke no joke. The Tunnel documentary is out right now. If you want to watch that tonight, here go the link. Go check it out. I appreciate the support. I just dropped the link for y'all. You want to watch it on YouTube for free? There go the link right there, all right? One love. Have a good night.
This go out to all the PJs around the world. Either war.
Nah, way back.
Sound
back.
Niggas and guns. Yeah, let's go. Choke, no joke. It's all the projects in the world. You ever been to a project barbecue? Yes, I have. Played the half, extra hours for more cash. To go half on that coke and yak. Get to the block cause it get packed. Little babies, adults or crack. We feed them too, we don't pump like that. Plus it's like us, giving back. And they sales is the reason why we got so many packs of chicken. The hood not missing. Muslim said don't put pork on chicken. They got on Al about that, they thought he didn't listen. He wasn't been touched from them government missions. But they forget that when they bite that chicken, this is when the players get knocked, cause it's hot out. The sexy show out, glowing with the back glass on the mouth. She see you with the next chick, then she them out. Hustlers them out, just for nothing. Bustin' for attention, just dumbin'. Cause we know y'all ain't bustin' nothing. You ever been to a project barbecue? Kids, sprinklers, deep thinkers, playing chess, my head's on your left, blowing gas. My Puerto Ricans playing handball, Miguel and Heck on the court. Niggas wanna be like Mike. Life's a box of chocolates, you're riding the pipe, playing the bench, kids on the fence. Watch your popo, chase Prince. Don't dismiss your brethren for dumb shit. Keep it gangster, don't shit where you live. 12-1 right up in your crib. You never been nowhere, where else could you live? What's that? That's gangsta boo coming through. Throwing it up, fucking his muffler up. Scraping the concrete with Willie's so sweet. He got escorted by the chief of police from 233rd, Laconia to Gun Hill Road. Got knocked, didn't tell like Joe. Yeah. You know what it is. Choke, no joke. Eat a wall. Rest in peace, Fuego. Don't ask me why. We here now. Choke, no joke. Grego. Rest in peace. You know what it is. I say I neglect her. I love my child. You make me go wild with your parenting style. Only for her, I wear this smile. Cause inside, it's really a grin. If I was a drink, I'd be drunk off gin. I'm not a quitter, I fight to the end. You not gonna dictate who life I'm in. Just mad cause I went from boys to men. Like Wanya and Brandy, the road end. I say it in French, we are thin. I do not like you, you're not my friend. You make me cringe, get under my skin like veins, blood, bagging up cane. Don't know too many dudes that go through these things. Deal with your bullshit and still stay sane. Brains with a blue early in the game. Yeah, deadbeat, I'll make you dead me. You wanna see me locked up like me, so I kick back and let the preacher preach. Wisdom of his word, get me through each day. Emancipation on the way. I'ma celebrate from September to May. Till the casket close, we go our way. I just pray she love me one day. Happy Father's Day, I love my child. 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 The worst type of chick, bottom of the pile. Tell him it's his and know that it's mine. Mine's is his, then run for years. What the fuck was you thinking all those years? What if she needed a donor and needed me there? The family even questioned her hair, cause she came from your womb. Do you think that is fair? I remember the day I called you out of nowhere. You heard my voice, all you heard was air. I bet you were hella scared. You said forget her, you better without her. Her's my daughter, this is an order. Try run again, and you'll be crawling, cause I'm coming through like Mike Duggan falling down. This time not fucking around. I wanna see it now, and I don't care how. You do it, I do it, move quickly. All the years that you ditched me, and right now, you going to hitch me to your back. Take me where she's at, and don't worry, there won't be no clapping. These are the years of me rapping, producing, directing. For you it be hectic. I love my child and I don't regret. Happy Father's Day. I love my child. 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 Take me to court, bitch. That shit don't hurt me. I've been to court for worse. Still survive. See, I know it's not about the money. You filed to hurt me. I'm not a deadbeat. When it's all good, you know it's all sweet. When it's all hood, you gotta bear with me. Your girlfriends say take me to court. How you don't ask and then go to court? You know when you ask, things get brought or paid. Emancipation on the way. We'll hang out any given day. Your relationship will fade away. We will get close, you will fade away. Like the baby mama that ran state to state and had to run for about 8 years. Some say how she lived. That might satisfy the father but ruin the kid. Trust me, I speak it cause I live. Ain't another song that info give. That's info for who follow the kid. You went half on the baby, chick you played me. Kidnapped my babies and made them hate me. Y'all ladies don't know, y'all drive us crazy. Fellas, if you out there, you miss your baby. I love my child. Choke no joke. This go out to all the fathers out there that miss their babies. They took our babies from us over money, child support. Now they don't even know us. This go out to you. Choke no joke. Yeah. It's choke no joke. Choke no joke. Chicken choke no joke. Choke no joke.